here. Not you. You don't get to go here. That's for the. Yeah, you go here. Okay. All right, guys. I'm getting back at it, and I want to do a little bit of lore study right now on Wheel of Time, which is like the new show I'm into right now, right? So I'm kind of investing a little bit in Wheel of Time, and so I'm kind of investing a little bit in Wheel of Time. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Had a shaky start there, but yeah, I wanted to get into Wheel of Time. Like, it's three seasons in right now, 3 seasons deep. So I figured I would start off by kind of getting to the wiki, right? So, and of course their lead character, Morion, right? So I went right to the wiki. So I just kind of pulled kind of a little wiki info. I was just kind of listening to this and kind of chilled, kind of treat it like a little study session. So just step in and we'll talk about this character a bit.
She was close to her younger sister, Anver, as they grew up together. They both loved their father very much, and he loved them in return. Anver implies that she was their parents' favorite, as their father asked for Moiraine on his deathbed, even though Anver was right there. Moiraine showed a talent for channeling, and was sent for training at the White Tower. During her days as novice and accepted, she was close friends with Siuan Sanche and Alana Mosvani, and regularly played with and cared for a dog named Jenny, although she technically could not own a pet as an initiate. She became Siuan's lover during this time. She would choose the blue Odger when she was eventually raised to the shawl. While she was in the tower, her uncle inadvertently started the Ale War after he violated the centuries-old truce between Cairhien and the Ale. On 2 Thanu 978 NE, Moiraine and Siuan bore witness to Gitara Moroso's foretelling that the dragon had been reborn while the Battle of the Shining Walls raged on Dragonmount outside the city, and bore witness to her immediately die from the shock and power. Moiraine did not know where or to whom they had been born, but she and Siuan knew that her mission...
Wow, I gotta say, man, this is some premium mythology right here, man. I'm telling you, right? Like, okay, born to a royal family. She was the niece of the king. Okay, now this is giving me that back essence I need to get on her, because I've seen her on screen, right? And she's ill. She's very powerful on screen, right? But like getting this back in, so I kind of want to start. Okay, let's, and I'm gonna have to look up this house that she was born into, right? So I knew that there were other houses, but I was kind of lacking that. I hadn't picked that out of like who she is, right? So let's kind of get into it. Okay, let's start again here. Okay.
Moiraine did not know where or to whom they had been born, but she and Siuan knew that her mission was to find them before the Dark One began to wake. During the battle outside the city, her uncle was killed by the Ale. House Damodred lost favor in Cairhien due to his actions in starting the war, and her family fell from grace. Moiraine chose to abandon the cutthroat politics of Cairhien and devoted herself to her life as an Aes Sedai. Soon after the end of the Ale War, she met Lan Mandragoran in Chashan, and did not like him at first. He tossed her into a pond, and she made ants attack him in the night in revenge. Yet they grew close enough to trust each other deeply, and she bonded him as her warder, and invited him to join her secret quest for the Dragon Reborn. She began to spend more and more time away from the White Tower, arousing the suspicion of her sisters, and it was publicly believed that she and Siuan were adversaries instead of lovers. Season 1. Moiraine sets out on her quest for the Dragon Reborn with her companion Lan Mandragoran, traveling across the Westlands to find them. After seeing Liandrin illegally gentle a male channeler by ruins from the Age of Legends, she
yeah. Landman Dragonin. That's a cold-blooded character too. Like, yeah, I'm kind of enjoying this wiki. I'm kind of enjoying how it's set up. So I'm in season one, and I'm kind of considering even getting into the books, right? So I'm working from the wiki from the the TV show, right? The series, right? And so far I'm impressed with it, man. So far I'm pretty impressed with it. All right, so let's get back into it a little bit. Okay, all right, let's run it. Let's run it some more. Okay.
After seeing Liandrin illegally gentle a male channeler by ruins from the Age of Legends, she decides that she and Lan will next visit the Two Rivers, having heard rumors of 4 Tarviran in the area from her Eyes and Ears network. When she enters the Winespring Inn in Emmons Field, the locals are very surprised to see an Aes Sedai in the region, and she scans the room for candidates for the Dragon Reborn. The innkeeper, Murrin Alvear, takes Moiraine to her rooms, and she and Lan bathe before retiring for the night. The next morning, the locals are celebrating Beltane, and Moiraine and Lan discuss the possibility of a fade already in the Two Rivers. Moiraine speaks to Nynaeve Almira, the local wisdom, though discovering she is slightly too old to be the dragon from the prophecy she knows about. She observes the people lighting lanterns for the festival, where she makes eye contact with Egwene Alvear. During the festivities outside the inn, Trollarchs begin to attack the region. Moiraine channels to defeat the Trollarch threatening Nynaeve and Egwene, and unleashes the one power to defeat the Shadowspawn.
Wow, so this was like, yeah, I remember this episode here, and when she kind of starts showing her power, man, it gets to be really, really live. And you know, this wiki's good because they got a lot of direction here. I wanna kind of get into the house that she comes from, so I'm gonna skip into this. Let's see if it's got it. It's got it up here. Oh man, their wiki's jacked up, man. Just when I was praising them, man. What is this? What's going on here? Oh, this wiki's not even usable, man. That's kind of ill, but we'll talk a little bit more about this character, and I kind of wanted to get a little understanding on the prophecy. Let's see if it'll let me in. Dragon Reborn. Let's take a look at this, man.
He Dragon Reborn, known as Aman Sindai in the Old Tongue, is a prophecy in the Wheel of Time. The prophecy is that Lews Therin Teleman, known as the Dragon, would be reincarnated as a powerful individual who would either save humanity or destroy it. Moiraine arrives in the Two Rivers searching for the Dragon Reborn. A false dragon is an individual who has falsely claimed to be the prophesied Dragon Reborn. Men and women throughout history have claimed to be the one, and at least some of them truly believed they were. The Dragon Reborn is the reincarnation of the dragon, Lews Therin. At the end of the Age of Legends, he led a group of male Aes Sedai in an attempt to cage the Dark One forever. When they failed, the Dark One tainted the One Power, causing all male Aes Sedai to go mad, leading to the breaking of the world. Nearly every woman, man, and child knows or at least has heard of some of the prophecies of the dragon, though Nearly every woman, man. A false dragon is an individual who has falsely claimed to be the prophesied dragon reborn. Men and women throughout history have claimed to be the one, and at least some of them truly believed they were. The dragon reborn is the reincarnation of the dragon, Lugh therein. At the end of the Age of Legends, he led a group of male Aes Sedai in an attempt to cage the Dark One forever. When they failed, the Dark One tainted the One power, causing all male Aes Sedai to go mad, leading to the breaking of the world. Nearly every woman, man, and child knows or at least has heard of some of the prophecies of the dragon, though most of them sound like fairy tales in the late Third Age. Nearly every woman, man, and child knows or at least has heard of some of the prophecies of the dragon, though most of them sound like fairy tales in the late Third Age. Every town is said to have a different legend about where the dragon will be reborn, how they will appear, and the way in which they will break or save the world, and there are many Gleeman's tales about the dragon. Much became unknown about the dragon, such as the shape she or he would take, or the powers they would wield. The Ael have a prophesied one known as the Karakan, their chief of chiefs. This appears to essentially be the same prophecy as the dragon reborn, as the Maidens of the Spear and Farm recognize Rand as the Karakan. History. Pre-series. Although it was believed that the title dragon was given to Lugh therein Telemon. Although it was believed that the title dragon was given to Lugh therein Telemon posthumously by the female Aes Sedai, he was in fact known as the Dragon Reborn in his own time. In the early Third Age, the Carethan cycle was composed, a series of prophecies relating to the end of the age, including the dragon's rebirth. However, the work was translated many times, and some began to doubt how much had truly been preserved of the original text. In the past, several women and men have proclaimed themselves to be the Dragon Reborn, though they have always been false dragons. On 2 Thanu 978 NE, the dragon was reborn to Tigraine Manter, a maiden of the spear, on Dragonmount during the Battle of the Shining Walls. The child, Rand ul-Thor, was adopted by Tam ul-Thor after Tigraine's death, a second captain of the Ilyana companions who spared Tigraine's life and raised the child with his wife Kari in his homeland of the Two Rivers. While bringing news to Gitara Moroso of the end of the Ael War, Moiraine Damodred and Siuan Sanche secretly learned of a vision of the dragon's rebirth from a powerful foretelling she had. She immediately died from the shock and power of the vision after it had concluded. She immediately died from the. While bringing news to Gitara Moroso of the end of the Aeol War, Moiraine Damodred and Siuan Sanche secretly learned of a vision of the dragon's rebirth from a powerful foretelling she had. She immediately died from the shock and power of the vision after it had concluded. Moiraine did not know where or to whom they had been born, but she knew that her mission was to find them before the Dark One began to wake. The following year, she began to dedicate her life to locating the true dragon reborn. Siuan Sanche and Moiraine's warder, Lan Mandragoran, were the only individuals to know the true nature of Moiraine's quest, and as a Merlin seat, Siuan was forced to distance herself from Moiraine's mission, while privately supporting the endeavor to the fullest extent she could. The title of Dragon Reborn was claimed by Logain Abla, though he was a false dragon. The title of Dragon Reborn was claimed by Logain Abla, though he was a false dragon. Season 1. After hearing rumors of Tarviran in the Two Rivers, Moiraine and Lan arrive in the region and find 5 potential candidates for the Dragon Reborn. Rand al'Thor, Mat Cauthon, Perrin Ibarra, Egwene Ulvir, and Nynaeve Almira, though Nynaeve is too old for the prophecy. Nynaeve is believed dead after a Shadowspawn attack on Beltane, but the others leave the region for the White Tower, though are separated in Shodar Logoth. Moiraine reunites with Nynaeve, and also encounters the Aes Sedai guarding Logain, wondering if he could be the true dragon, though comes to the conclusion that he is truly false, and he is gentled by the Aes Sedai after breaking free and killing Kareen Nagashi. In Tar Valon, Moiraine is reunited with all 5 potential dragons, and they head to the Eye of the World through the Ways after she hears of Siuan's dreams, but Mat is left outside the Waygate. After reaching Fal Dara, she tells the 4 youths that whoever is not the dragon will die. Rand goes to Minute Farshaw, who confirms her viewing about him going to the Eye of the World. He tells Moiraine that he is the dragon, and they head into the Blight.
So this is where I am getting a grasp on the first season, right? And like the wiki's pretty ill, man. I really feel like yeah, I need to understand this. So this is me kind of getting into Wheel of Time, and I'll be back. I'll kind of get deeper into the mythology as we kind of move through the series.